This is the only way how people recognize.
Whoa! It's gonna like zoom out. And they're gonna be like in the studio, in the manga studio, in the anime studio. Today we will be reacting to the final 2 episodes of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
残酷な電池のように少年の知られなれ
I am so excited to watch the final 2 episodes of this series. I can't believe we're finally here. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of this incredible and amazing journey. While this is the final 2 episodes in the series, there is still the End of Evangelion movie that we will be watching and reacting to as well before we get into the rebuilds. But I just want to jump right into it today because I am too excited. So without further ado, let's jump right into episode 25. It doesn't even feel real.
I know.
Episode 25, titled The Ending World. Dun, dun.
When you skip the intro.
Even that part, catchy. Love it. The reason why it's okay to be here in the case of Shinji Ikari. Oh. The final angel has been what?
Eliminated.
Sorry. Oh my god.
I had to do it! Kaoru was an angel! He wasn't human! Angel, not human!
He was another person just like me. Is that why you killed him?
Of course! Or else we'd be dead!
Is that why you killed him?
I didn't want to kill him! Help me! Help me! Someone help me! Please, someone help me!
Oh, Shinji.
It's true. If only one of us had to survive, then it should have been him. Kaoru should have been the one that survived.
Only those with the will to live survive. He craved death. He cast aside the will to live and attached himself to a false hope. Shinji, this is not your fault.
Really?
God.
What I did, was it really okay? I don't know. What should I do? What exactly should I do? Myself? Being rejected.
Yeah, being rejected.
I'm afraid of... Father! What will I do if people hate me?
Relatable.
Where am I? Where am I supposed to go now? I can't see the way. Miss Misato? Miss Misato? Wait, where am I supposed to go from here? Miss Misato, Asuka, Ayanami, Toji, Kensuke, Miss Ritsuko, Mr. Kaji, Father!
Name everyone you know.
It's Evangelion Unit 1. Does this mean in the end, I'll be stuck piloting this thing? Am I supposed to get inside and fight with it again? Mother! Say something! Answer me! Because people tell me to. What's wrong with that? It's for everybody's sake! Why shouldn't I? That's right! It's a good thing! Everybody praises me when I do it!
You're lying! You're an idiot! That means you're actually doing it for yourself!
Yup. Let's get to the root of it.
Excuses for yourself like you usually do. You're holding on to this mentality that you're doing your very best to serve others, but that's just a cop-out and you know it! You're lonely. You are in a convenient symbiotic relationship, and that's dependency! You're hoping you will be sought after by others. That's the thing that's actually motivating you.
That might be true.
You're waiting for false happiness.
You do the same. You're no different.
Damn!
I don't remember getting in. This thing's faulty. No, I'm actually the one that's faulty. You want others to confirm your identity.
They're kind of calling
being alone,
each other out. And I like this.
You're afraid that you'll lose
About their
yourself
triangle.
when others go away.
That's why you pilot an Ava. Shut
Attachment
up!
behavior.
Shut up! I don't need someone that's like a doll to tell me all that!
Who are you? Rei Ayanami. You're also Rei Ayanami? I am. The object that is referred to as Rei Ayanami. Do you realize that you have a heart and a body that are forgeries? You are a person with a forged soul. made by the human Gendo Ikari. Inside you, there's an impenetrable abyss. The real you is in there. I became who I am with the passage of time, through the experiences I had, and through my connections with others. Yes, connections are the things that make the person that is referred to as Rei Ayanami. But separately from that exists who you really are. You don't know, you're just avoiding her, subconsciously, because you don't want to see her. Afraid who you were up to now might fade away and disappear. You're afraid that who you are now will vanish.
Oh my
You're
God.
afraid you'll disappear from
That's
everyone's hearts. You're afraid.
So
Afraid.
scary.
I don't understand. No, I'd be happy. Because I want to die. Because I long for despair. I
Stop.
want to return to the void, but I can't.
Stop.
I can't return to the void. Not
Just
yet.
live
You needed me, and so
your
I have
own
to be
life.
there.
This is the day. You existed for today, Rei.
Yes.
This episode should be called Baggage.
What is this sensation? It feels like something I felt once before. It feels good. I feel like I'm getting bigger, expanding out.
The instrumentality of people begins.
Incorrect. You're simply returning everything to where it started.
Oh,
Merely returning to the mother that has been lost from this world.
what?
All
What?
lives become one and obtain eternal peace.
No!
Nothing more to this than that.
That's the instrumentality project?
All people fear the darkness within their hearts, and they press on living, hoping to escape from it.
What? And that's why we should combine all our hearts into one so we can supplement each other? Just force this upon everyone without their consent. You're forcing people to care for each other.
But that's exactly what you desired inside, isn't that right?
Am I?
My heart isn't just in me. My heart is inside Ms. Misato's heart.
And at the same time, my heart is inside Shinji's heart.
Miss Misato, what do you wish for?
I need to be a good girl, because Daddy is always
Bro.
gone. I need to be a good girl and help Mommy. Mommy is always crying when Daddy's away, and I'll make sure Daddy won't hate me.
God.
But I hate my father. I hate it all. I'm tired. I'm tired of the me pretending to be clean and pretty. I want to be soiled. I want to see myself dirty.
That's why you slept with him? Let him have you?
Stop.
I slept with him because I loved him. He was kind to me.
Okay, this episode should be called Therapy.
No! Please don't show this to Shinji. I don't want him to see me like this.
Well, it's nothing to get embarrassed about at this stage.
It's embarrassing! In front of the man you love, you're more than comfortable. No! Please stop! Honestly, you're thrilled to show yourself like this.
Wow.
Proud, aren't you? That's a lie! No, no, I'm not! I think you're actually eager to show yourself off to your father. No! You sought out the love of your father in the arms of Kaji. No, I didn't!
God damn.
Even back then, I recognized my father in Kaji. I was afraid. It felt like father and I were. But honestly, I ran because I was delighted. It felt so pleasurable. And I hated that. That's why I ended it. It messed me up.
You
What the
shouldn't try hurting yourself simply because you don't like who you are right now. That isn't what you want.
You're telling me I should take care of myself, aren't you? Men are all like that.
Father was just like that.
Please stop!
Jesus.
Miss Misato!
There are times when I think that I'm hopeless. I'm disgusting.
Indecent. How filthy.
Just appalling.
So smutty! Absolutely gross! If that's what adult relationships are like, I want to throw up!
Congratulations. Way to go on your promotion.
Real you is crying all the time.
No. I'm happy. I'm not! This is not real happiness! The person you see is not the real me! I'm just convincing myself that it is!
We get scared if we are without others.
You become anxious.
Unless you're sleeping next to someone.
Are you afraid to
Yikes.
sleep alone? So sleeping by yourself makes you feel lonely, huh?
Your heart can't tolerate missing parts of itself.
That's why you'll make do with just anyone.
Oh my God.
You're just using them for that purpose. I'm not! No! No!
Fuck. Bro, I can't handle this.
This is my heart inside Asuka.
And at the same time, my heart inside Shinji. Is that it?
Asuka, what do you wish for?
I don't need daddy or mommy. I can live on my own.
I'm trying, but I'm not at all good with her.
But how could a woman like you be uneasy about a child?
Well, she
The fuck
seems
does
to
that
be
mean?
strangely mature at times. So uptight and absolutely unapproachable. She scares me from time to time.
In any case, you've now become Asuka's mother.
I'll remind you I became your wife first, thank you.
You assumed both at the same time.
Yes, in terms of societal roles, that's true.
What
But
is
while
this
there's no way
conversation?
you could ever stop being her father, I could conceivably stop being her mother whenever I wanted to.
Mommy, don't! Please don't stop being my mommy! Please pay attention to me! Please, mommy!
Daddy never really liked Mommy. Daddy never really needed Mommy. That's it. That's why you should die with Mommy. Daddy doesn't want us, so we should die.
Am I a bother?
Please die with me, Asuka.
Oh my.
Not your soul, mommy! I'm gonna think and live for myself!
My mother was hanging from the ceiling. Her face, to me, she seemed so happy, so content. But I hated that face so much.
That's why I'm gonna live for myself! But I don't want to! It's so painful! I don't want to be alone! I don't want to be alone!
Don't abandon me.
Can we
Don't
stop?
cast me aside.
Can we stop? I don't want to do this anymore.
What is this?
This is the human instrumentality project that your father was working on.
It is?
Seems this is part of it.
The
What?
truth is something we might not ever really know.
Some truths will transform with the passage of time.
These are facts.
And this is the result
One
you
sec.
wished for.
I wished for this?
Yes,
No one can save you.
This is what you wished for, what you wanted.
the destruction, the deaths, the return to the void.
This is reality.
What is reality?
It's your own world that you share with others in time and space.
It's the world where you decide how you accept things.
It's your own world that you can't do anything about.
It's a world where everything's all decided for me, right?
No, it isn't. It's a world you decide.
Yeah.
It's a world where your heart decides the way that things will be.
The will to live, and the desire to die.
This darkness, this haphazard world. You're saying this is what I wished for?
People can't live in a realm that's closed off.
Rejecting what you disliked, removing all discomfort. Your own heart
Wow.
yearned for a lonely world.
Those desires created this tiny world of tranquility of the heart just for you. But what's been shaped here is only one possible ending.
This here is the end of the world that you yourself brought about.
Wow. Wow. What the heck? Okay. First of all, that was intense. That was very hard for me to kind of process emotionally. That was so real. And again, this series is at its best when it is deconstructing like human psyche, but also at the same time, it seemed like what we got at the end was the realization that, or Shinji's realization that this is the reality that he's created, I guess, by like choosing to only see those parts of people and shutting himself off from everyone. Am I correct in saying that? Also, I don't want to brush past the fact that I don't know if it was a hallucination or in reality that like Ritsuko looked like she was dead, which, okay, sorry. But Misato? No. Well, that had to be some sort of fantasy. That had to be some sort of... He was imagining that. That wasn't real. Because reality is what you make it, right? So imagine a reality where Misato's alive, where everybody lives, where nobody wants to die. The void, returning to the void, everyone's heart becoming one. Something about... But see, then I thought that like everyone's death would be... Okay, the human instrumentality project, combining everyone's hearts, combining them all. But Shinji was the audience member always in everyone's story. People pay top dollar for that kind of breakthrough. So, okay, one more episode left to go. I mean, I'm just really trying to understand. In my opinion, it felt like, and I could be very, very wrong, it felt like what they were saying at the end was Shinji has chosen, because of his life circumstance and situation, to only focus and fixate on the bad, the negative, the painful, because it's easier for him to sort of like detach or disassociate. He doesn't have to see people for anything, for being anything complex. And I think what they're also saying is like, that is this world. That if you continue to build these walls, if you continue to just like see only these sides of people, which is a reflection of the pain that you yourself are feeling, then it will result in the end of the world. And what you need to do is let those walls down, like let those people in, understand the human heart for all its complexities, for everything that it is, so that you can better understand yourself and just like, I guess, like love who you are, love, like, I don't know, just to experience true like love. I don't know. Are you being purposely?
I'm just letting you, I mean.
Okay, well, I'm done.
It's the last 2 episodes. I don't have anything to say.
I do have to say here again, I mean, this episode, I mean, they are kind of really flexing no other series in terms of like anime. In my opinion, I have seen incredible anime from artists, authors, creators who are masters at storytelling. But I've never seen anything that quite executes the complexity of human emotion this well. This is deep, like deep. I feel like that whoever wrote this, right? They were like, I got an idea, but I need characters. And I'm not really good at writing characters. So I'm going to break into a psychologist's office. I'm going to steal files, okay? And I'm just going to take the files of these real live people, and I'm just going to just copy down everything, because that's how fucking real it feels.
Yeah, it's just psychoanalyze the anime.
It really is. It really,
like really, you've heard of Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Get ready for Psychoanalyze.
When Shinji Ikari
Oscar Langley
meets Oscar Langley
meets Ray Ayanami.
Yeah. They'll have to unpack everything inside their heart. I don't know.
Nerve.
Yeah. This summer, get ready to get on each other's nerves. That episode was a lot. It made me feel a lot. It made me go through a lot. I had to stop psychoanalyzing myself during that. I felt like the questions were being asked to me. I mean, this is how masterful, down to the way it's presented. The choice to stay on a certain frame. It really forces, like in the previous 2 episodes, forces you to kind of like, things start to, at least for me, like blend what I'm seeing and what my feelings are. The line between the two I feel them slowly start to blend. It's really crazy. And in this, it's almost like, because there is no dialogue and it's just making me read all of these very real questions, very intense questions. Like, I'm reading them in my mind, right? I don't know, man. It has like a psychological effect. Like, this is designed and presented to have a psychological impact on the viewer, as well as tell a story, as well as showcase these characters and their emotions. Like,
well, get ready for episode 26.
Well, all right. Should I read? I don't have to. Should I read it?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
All right.
It's the end.
This is it. It's all been leading up to this episode 26. The beast that shouted, "I at the heart of the world." What a title. Let's do it. The final episode. I'm not ready. Oh my God. Okay, all right, slow down, dude. I didn't go to freaking Harvard. The things humanity lost. In other words, the instrumentality of the hearts was ongoing. For that reason, the boy named Shinji Ikari, we will describe how the instrumentality of his heart took place. Instrumentality, combining of hearts. Case 3. Okay, in the case of, okay, here we go. Terror.
The terror that I'll disappear.
Terror, great.
Terror, sick, awesome. Checks out.
Why is that?
I knew it. I'm an unwanted child. I don't matter to anyone, and I never have!
You're running away because you think nothing matters, aren't you? You're afraid of screwing it up, aren't you? You're terrified of having people hate you, aren't you?
Stop.
Yeah, well, you're no different than I am, Miss Misato.
That's right. We all share these thoughts and feelings. There's something in our hearts that's missing.
And we're terrified of it. We're anxious.
And that is why we are all trying to meld into one.
We're trying to fill in each other's gaps. That is the Instrumentality Project.
People must live in packs to survive.
Even though in the end, they are alone.
That's why it's so painful.
That's why we want to embrace each other's hearts and bodies.
We want to be one.
That is why we must complete one another through instrumentality.
Okay,
we won't survive if we do not do so.
Tell me, why are you alive? I guess I live to find that answer. Tell me, who do you live for?
I live for myself. Who else?
For myself.
Are you happy to be alive?
I don't know.
Of course I'm happy.
I only want to do things that are fun.
You don't like being alone?
I don't like it.
That's why you ran away?
That's right. What's wrong with running away from hurt and pain?
Don't run away.
What is the reason for not running away? Even though it's pain you are running away from?
It's painful.
If what you're running away from is painful, then that's perfectly fine.
She's right. It's okay to run away if it's painful.
If you really don't want to do it, then it's okay to run.
But I don't want to! I don't want to run away anymore! I won't. Running away is wrong.
You won't run away because you feel if you do, it will only bring more pain.
You've felt that pain before when you've run away.
And if I run away, no one will talk to me again. Don't leave. Please, don't abandon me!
You think you're the only one that gets hurt.
You think you're the only one with issues?
Whoa.
It's easier for you if you think this way. It lifts the burden.
Shut up! That has nothing to do
Whoa.
with this!
That's like a real pic. Whoa.
What I am don't mean anything!
And there you go again.
These are real
Assuming
pictures.
You're worthless.
You're hoping you won't hurt anyone if you think like that and don't do anything.
You rely on others for praise and approval to keep yourself going.
What the fuck?
No one accepts who I am.
What the fuck?
But I am!
No, you're not.
These are just thoughts you've put in your head, bud.
I can't be proud of anything.
That's why I pilot the Ava.
By piloting the Ava, I can exist as myself.
By piloting the Ava, I can exist as myself.
I can stay here if I remain an Ava pilot.
I have nothing else.
Wow.
I have nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Not even anything to show. They had dolls and glasses. He had nothing.
I hate myself.
Stop.
I hate you! I hate you so much I could die!
I really don't like you. I really don't.
Sorry, but the thing is, I really don't like you. I do hate you.
Jeez, I hate
This is high school Josh's internal monologue right here.
I don't like what you are.
Bro, Shinji was me in high school.
That's just what you think others are thinking, isn't it?
You're wrong! No, I know they do, because I hate myself.
That's exactly why you think others hate you.
Yep. This is fucking real. This is therapy.
People
They're
praise
all
me.
they're all.
How do you really feel?
The Ava is all I have right now.
If you're not a pilot, you can't be you.
Ava Unit 1 is tied to your heart. There's no doubt about that. But who you really are will fade away and disappear.
Good! There was nothing special about me before.
But you've never done anything out of your own desire.
But now, I can pilot the Ava.
And when you lose the Ava, you'll feel powerless
Right,
and unable
right,
to do anything.
right.
Just like me.
Right. Right.
The pilot is all there is to me.
Take care of yourself.
Rain always makes me feel down. I don't like it.
Dusk, life fading away. I hope for that. I don't like it. Daybreak, a day begins. A day that I hate begins. I don't like it.
Blue skies. Something warm. Something scary. Something I don't need. I don't like it.
What do you wish for?
What do you really want in life?
Oh my god.
Tell me, what are you looking for?
Don't hate me!
I'm terrified of.
What I want
Yeah.
is...
Do you want to go be with your mother?
Oh my god.
Aren't you going to go be with your father?
Oh.
I don't want to go.
And why not?
Because I'm afraid of not being liked. Because I might no longer exist if I do.
Wow. Jesus.
What do you wish for?
You don't want to feel happiness?
I can't have that until I have this. I want to have value. If I have that, they won't abandon me. They'll take care of me.
Come on, dude. We can stop. This is too real.
Think of her all on your own. Your self-worth.
I'm nothing. I'm worthless.
I'm not worthy enough to continue living. Tell me,
Wow.
what are you really?
What am I? What? This is me. The shape others see me as. The symbol for me. This is everything that represents me. This is the only way how people recognize me.
Whoa!
Then what am I? This is me.
It's gonna like zoom out. They're gonna be like in the studio, in the manga studio, in the anime studio.
However, there is a distinction between you and what it means to be you.
My clothes, my shoes, my room. They're all part of who I am. What I feel is me being me. But who am I? Where am I? What am I?
I'm a character
What am
in a story.
No one would ever understand someone like me.
Stop being an idiot! Of course they wouldn't! Figuring out someone like that is impossible to do.
The only person that can understand you, that can heal you, is in the end, you.
None of that matters because there's no real me. I don't know myself.
Wow.
How can I take care of myself?
Whoa.
You are anxious, afraid of the environment that surrounds you.
But your surroundings won't stay the same forever.
Your world will change according to what is in your heart at any given moment.
What is this? A blank world? A world devoid of people?
A world of freedom!
Freedom?
Yes, a world of freedom where you're not tied down by anything.
Are you afraid? You can't picture yourself?
It's too blurry.
A world of ambiguity.
Oh my god, my fucking brain.
A world where you can do what you want.
What should I do?
I'll impose a limit.
There! Now you have up and down.
But now you've lost one degree of freedom.
Now, you must stand on the ground.
I can't!
You feel safer, don't you?
The angels of the manga could be.
Horizon is a world that exists around you.
But hey, you can move around.
The animators are the
And
angels.
if you really wanted to, you could change the position of this world.
Also, the position of the world doesn't have to be a constant.
You can change as well.
Whoa!
Shape depends on what's inside your heart and what surrounds you in the world.
In the end, this is your world. Your perception of the nature of reality.
An empty space. The being that is me is fading away.
Bro, this
That's
is...
because you're the only thing here. Then you will not be able to understand your shape.
My shape?
I have never taken
You
DMT,
learn your shape by looking and comparing to the shapes of others.
but this is how I
Envision
imagine it would
yourself
feel.
by looking at the walls that separate yourself from others.
One person will always be just one person, no matter what. The entire world would only be me.
The first is your mother.
Your mother is a different person than you are.
Of course, because I am me. But then at the same time, it's clear to me now that other people make up parts of my heart.
That's correct, Shinji Ikari.
You just now figured that out? Idiot Shinji!
He like rips through the screen.
Oh, it's just you, Asuka.
We're just gonna act like none of that ever happened.
I go out of my own way every single morning to make sure you aren't running late for school. Can't you bother to show a bit more appreciation to your childhood friend?
Yeah. Sure,
Childhood
thanks.
friend.
Stop being such a slob! Snap out of it and get up already!
Headpens on a freaking bobblehead.
Fault. This always happens in the morning.
That's Shinji. It's very kind of Asuka to pick him up like this. I wish he was more appreciative.
Yeah.
Gendo, honey, don't you think you should put the paper down and start getting ready
fuck?
for work?
I never thought this would be the end.
Come on, we need to go!
I know, we're going.
What the actual fuck? Why? Are we gonna snap out of there?
I heard another student is transferring in.
Yeah, well, since they're making this city the new capital next year, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wonder if it's a girl. What if she's cute?
It's Ray.
Oh, Pete, I'm very late. There's no way I can let my first day of school get off on the wrong foot.
Oh, fucked up. It turns into a slice of life, dude. I can't. We're genre hopping now, dude.
That's unbelievable. Did you get a good look? You know, her panties?
I wouldn't say I got a good look at them. More of just a peek.
Shinji, who are you?
Yeah, I know, dude. I got a great look.
Hey, what's the big idea, class rep? That hurts.
Misato! Who is she in this world?
Oh, Miss Misato is here. Man, I love our teacher.
I have a new transfer student I'd like to introduce you to.
I'm Rei Ayanami. You're that pervert that oogled my panties.
Don't you slander Shinji like that. You forced him to see your crush.
Who are you?
What to do with you?
I want to see how this turns out. It's way more fun than what I teach. Please, continue.
If it fucking ends right here.
This is a world as well. What I am now isn't everything I'll ever be. It's possible to have different versions of myself.
He's on set.
It's possible there's a version of me that is not an Eva pilot.
If you hold on to that outlook, this real world isn't such a bad place.
It's your heart that perceives reality as being harsh and full of suffering.
What's inside your
It's like an
heart
after school special now.
There are as many truths as there are people.
It's like the end of a play.
There's only one truth for you.
Be happy on a sunny day.
Be melancholy on a rainy day.
But fun things can happen on a rainy day as well.
That's basically all there is to one person's truth, and it's why you'll be curious to find what other deeper truths await you.
You can take comfort knowing you have no need to worry about what others will think of you all the time.
You're an idiot. You just assumed on your own that everybody thinks that way about you.
I really do hate myself.
Someone who hates themselves will project that hate.
I'm dishonest. A coward.
You can become kinder to yourself by learning about yourself.
I hate who I am.
But still, maybe I could change and like myself.
I want to be here. It's okay for me to be here in this world.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations. Congrats, bro.
Congratulations.
Thanks, everyone.
Woo! Yeah! You must suffer like we have suffered.
Thank you guys for watching and being here.
Bye. Congratulations.
Oh my god, dude. What the actual fuck? I feel like a fucking idiot now. This whole time.
Idiot Shinji.
Maybe the angels are.
No, it's not all null. It's not all nullified. It just says it's just deeper meaning.
No, I mean, yeah, it was just about. I mean, I was even starting to think throughout. This is all just the story of a adolescent, like finding their own value within themselves, their own confidence, their own identity, their own purpose, self-love, like just the journey of life, you know?
Yeah, the acceptance of life.
The
I would say.
acceptance.
Like accepting that, like, if I'm gonna continue to do this thing called life,
Yeah.
I might as well enjoy it and enjoy myself.
Wow.
Like myself, want to be myself, not anyone else, not projecting the ideas of who I want to be on other people. Just being that is enough.
I mean, that was powerful. I feel like high school me could have benefited a lot from watching this.
You probably could.
Could have saved me a freaking decade of running around causing mischief. Okay,
Imagine,
a decade of pain.
Imagine
There's
if you
a world-
watched Ava. If you watched Ava in high school and and none of the bad things happened to you, you
There's
really
a world
turned your
where
life.
That did happen.
And then it breaks, and then everyone in your life is like clapping and saying congratulations to you. No, the first time, I mean, the last 2 episodes had me get gunked off my fucking ass. Like the
Bro,
last
I really thought he was
episode,
gonna break through the fucking panel and he was gonna be live action.
the last episode with that slice of life shit, I was exactly like you. It was so funny. Just watching, you were like, what the fuck? Like, it's so wild how they decided to end this show. Like how they just decided to just go in this direction, and again, like really focusing on this thing that we've talked about, or that's been talked about the whole time, this human instrumentality project. And I guess, I mean, all of them became one.
Well,
that's what had happened. I interpret it as that. I interpret it as once the last angel was killed, then that was when the human instrumentality project could begin.
Well, it was almost
but again, we have to watch the movie because there are things in the movie that I remember more clearly after seeing some shots. I'm like, oh, it happens then. So you'll be shown things that again, this is kind of like just focusing on Shinji.
Yeah.
In the movie, in the end of Evangelion, it will show everyone else's kind of deal during this time.
Right. So you're talking about the human instrumentality project becoming one. I mean, that's such an interesting sort of thing that they're saying as well, too. In that we're all like,
if we all join together, because everyone's so divided, they're always going to be divided no matter how much humanity goes through. Humanity's always going to be divided. There's always going to be wants and desires for other things like money or like power. If we all come one, it's kind of like communism.
Well, I think it's also just the idea
in a way of everyone's equal and everyone's going to work together whether they like it or not. And that's what Misato was kind of saying to Ritsuko, like, you're just going to like have this is just without their like knowledge, without them consenting. Like, this is just what you guys have been working on. And because humanity in general is under attack, it's like either all of you go or all of us come together
and become one. I mean, I guess in this situation, it's like that's the ultimate peace. That's the ultimate goal.
Because then everyone, like, there'll be no more loneliness. There'll be no more sadness.
No more pain. Because we are beings that crave all of these things, yet are and always will be alone. And we all deal with these things. We all have these things. And we could almost like make up for the parts that each of us doesn't have with the parts that others do.
And like
to
even
become one like perfect being.
And Ikari really like honed this in and really like wanted this to happen like once his wife disappeared.
Because of his pain, maybe.
Exactly. It all leads back. The roads all lead back.
Well, I was even thinking, I mean, we're talking about, and this could be like, I don't know. After that last episode, I don't think that anything is too far-fetched. But, like I said, I really did think he was going to bust out of the fucking panel, the fucking animation cell, and it was going to be like a guy writing, drawing at a desk.
Just wait.
Oh,
just
brother.
wait.
Oh,
just wait.
God, that's going to happen.
Not exactly. I won't say any more. Yeah.
But I do think that this is so powerful, so valuable, so important. And, okay.
It really is so simple as to what the show, in general, there are so many themes, so many different ways you can interpret it. Once you get to the end, it is like a thing of like, oh, the creator was like, really, this is what the show's about. And they're like driving home so much the themes and what this show overall is about, instead of giving you an ending in the first season, giving you an ending like the rebuilds are kind of like what you would want, like, or what people expected in the end.
Right.
So it is funny that this is how I interpret it. I'm not saying this is fact, and I may be not understanding it correctly, but there are many ways. But throughout it, I mean, we were always like thinking of like, oh yeah, Asuka has this issue, Shinji has this issue, Rei has this issue. They all, Misato, Ritsuko, like they all kind of represent different issues in people's lives and psyches and how they live their lives and what they look for. So at the end, they're just like, it's like laying it on so thick of like, this is, psychoanalyze the anime. We're just going to tell you everything about all of these characters and how Shinji was like the one to be able to break free. That shows like how far he's come in general. But because he is the main character and because the other characters are like I wouldn't say the supporting cast, but they are. It was like he needed all of them to like break through and have this moment. If he did, he couldn't do it by himself.
No, and I think none of us can.
Even with his dad. I mean, he wouldn't have been a person without his dad. Like, there's just like, everyone has connections. It's all together.
And that is kind of the meaning, is that we all are kind of in it together.
Yeah, for sure. And, human beings like aren't designed to be alone. That's just not how it works. People, I'm fine with being alone, which like you could be content being by yourself, but to be raised by yourself, you can't. You can maybe survive, but you're going to have some very significant psychological issues in your development as a human being,
right?
Being alone. And it's been shown again and again and again. But it's like you need people to grow and you need people to survive. And one of those people is yourself. You need people, but you're a person and you need yourself to live. And if you push yourself away too much, then you're going to disappear. You're going to be blurred lines. You're going to not feel yourself anymore. You're going to go into the void.
All of these things that he had to come to understand and accept, just again, the acceptance of all of it. Like why he was really why he was piloting the Ava, but why does he exist? Like in a more like general sense, what defines him to himself? I mean, these are all questions that are really heavy and really, again, so important. I even couldn't help but think that, because we're talking about so many biblical references throughout, that could even have something, to play into even the theme at the end with almost like our own individual Genesis, I guess, or the impacts to be, we can have first impacts, second impacts, like in our life. Like the death of a family member to you could be like the end of your world, like a second or third impact that could shape, I guess, who you become and who you are, right? And
even like Asuka said, like, I want to live for myself, but I don't want to be alone.
That's what's so absolutely real about it. I mean, I don't even know, man. I really don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, it is so like, once we get to the end, because the end is like so crazy and unexpected, because the further you get into the show, like I said, you're expecting like a little more closure. That's what I think the end of Evangelion does.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the third movie, Thrice Upon a whatever time. I think it's just Thrice Upon. It's literally called like Thrice Upon. But those two, like the end of Evangelion and that one, like they just really complete it. And once I watched the last one, because watching this had me get gunked off my ass, going into end of Evangelion gave me a little bit more closure, but I still wanted to know more. Then the last three movies, like the last movie, I would say, just really like, close my heart. Like I could finally just sleep at night knowing more about this world and what actually occurred. And it just feels so good. Because right now you're lost, you're scared, you're having a Shinji moment. But once you dive into the other ones, I feel like you'll feel better. Because it's a shock. It is a shock to like the system, because you're like, wait, that's it? Like, what happened? But you had to suffer like everyone else had to suffer. It's a rite of passage.
I mean, it is pure suffering, and I mean,
even though it ends so happy.
No, and I am happy, and I really do think that this is like really important, and this tackles things that again is why this series is something that continues to be so incredibly relevant. Because these are things that I think are just as important, if not more important, than they've ever been. I mean, this accepting of oneself for who they are, not for what other people think they should be, not to be liked by people, not to seek approval from people, but to literally and utterly approve of yourself first. Give yourself permission to exist. Give yourself permission to be yourself. And it really does unlock and make so much of life easier and more tolerable. I get this like sense, like I feel so attached to like this is I would say probably one of the first times, and I know that there's a team of animators who worked on this, but it is an adaptation of a manga. Something about the way that the team and everyone worked on this and put all this together, like I feel, and I could be being dramatic after just watching that. After watching that, how can you not be? But like, I feel like I have connected with another person. Like, I feel like
That's what they want. It's a human instrumentality project.
No,
They're getting you.
No, I really do.
They're
Like,
getting you.
I really feel like there's a kinship. Like, I feel like
your kin. Everyone in Neon is like, everyone's like, oh, it's so toxic. But it's like, yeah, but you see yourself in all of these characters because they are meant to be all one being of like the human experience.
I mean, this is just insane. Like, I feel like, you can watch shows and watch series and again, applaud them for great storytelling, which I love. I mean, I love stories. I love reading, watching, consuming, and very rarely, but sometimes dabbling in creating stories. I love stories. Like, I think they're so important and so awesome, but that felt like something else, dude.
Yep.
That felt like something else.
Now you know.
That was an experience. That was a spiritual experience. That was crazy. I feel like it was cathartic. It was painful, but it was also like I also feel like
a peace.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know, like a part of I feel like a part of something. I could go on forever, dude. This is a masterpiece. This will never not be.
So you liked it?
I actually didn't.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. This is the best. This is one of the best, if not the. And I get dramatic in the moment. Come on,
it's not dramatic. It's a classic for a reason.
No, I know. But I was
going
to say it's the best thing I've ever seen.
I mean, once you finish it, you were changed. You go, oh, like this is what an anime can do. This is the potential. Not only anime, but just story in general, and you feel it. It just like breaks your mind. You're like, wow, and you watch other things, and I just always go back to this, and it's like, wow. I mean, I wanted to ask you, like, would you, like we talk about recommending manga all the time, like, or just other series in general. Like, there are some series that are like, oh, foolproof. Like, yeah, no, you can totally just go ahead and watch this. And, like Mob Psycho, I would recommend to anyone.
Yeah.
Shows like that. Would you recommend this to everyone?
I think because the ultimate message at the end, if that person were to be able to make it all the way through the intense moments and not be like complete, because like that's the thing, like you have to get to the end. Like if I recommend this to somebody and then they only get like halfway through, that's dangerous. Like, you have to get to that moment of resolution and understanding.
But at the same time, like, I don't know if I would necessarily, because it is so amazing. I would feel kind of, I don't know. It depends on the person.
For sure.
I feel like if they're like someone who is going to be disappointed at the end of it and just say like, what, like, just sit there and be like, that was the most stupidest fucking ending I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like people like talk shit about the AOT ending, which I don't know.
I don't either.
But
Don't
it's like,
spoil it.
I'm not.
No. I'm talking to the
Oh,
the
yeah.
viewers.
But like people talk shit about the ending, and I don't know. I feel like if someone I recommended this to, they were like, yeah, I liked it, but the ending kind of sucked. I'd be like, you just didn't get the point of the whole
Well, yeah,
show.
I mean, that's not, yeah.
And it's
That's
like, well,
not-
what about the robot?
That's on them. That's on them. That's not on me. Like if I recommend it to somebody and then they say it sucks, I'll go like, it sucks for you.
Yeah,
It sucks
I
for
mean,
you.
it's
That
just
sucks for you.
an opinion, and people have never gotten to this series, and it took me a long time to actually watch it, just like you. But after I did, I was like, wow, this is one of my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. I have such a great appreciation for this series. And I, again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, Mehgan, for pushing me to watch it, but also for pushing us to cover it here, on this channel. It was something that you always really believed in and wanted to do and wanted to make happen. And it was also something you were very good at. I mean, because this has been like a long time coming. And I commend you on also in that time not getting to the point where you just started like spoiling things or just saying like,
Yeah.
you're never going to watch it anyway.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. I am surprised I didn't do that either. I think I withheld the information because I knew how good it was.
Yeah.
I knew how good the reveals were, like, because it took me a long time to watch it. No one really spoiled anything for for me, I was like really shocked, just like in general, like how many things that you were picking up on as we were watching it. I was like, whoa, like, damn, I guess I didn't watch Ava the right way. Because I watched it and I was like, and then obviously watching it a second time, I already know what's happening. But the first time, there was so many things. I was like, whoa, huh?
Well, yeah, you're watching them consecutively without having a conversation. Like, if I wouldn't have had those conversations, if I wouldn't have had the opportunity to think out loud for 40 minutes after each episode, then I wouldn't have come to those conclusions because I would have just been right into the next episode.
I mean, you were actively speaking through the episode. So, actively speaking, you probably could think of those things in your brain without saying them out loud. So there was a lot of things that you were catching on that I was like, wow, it's like, maybe it was obvious, but it was cool to see you like say those things. I was like, oh God, you're like, I think in like one of the earlier episodes, you're like, yeah, like Ray's like Shinji's mom. Like, is Shinji's mom with the talent? Is that Shinji's mom? I was like,
oh yeah, because she was ringing out that
and
song.
I was just thinking, well, I watched it and I was like, I did not get that at all, or even put the two and two together until even when I saw Shinji's mom, I was like, they don't look alike. And I didn't even question whether or not she had like blue hair and red eyes because we're watching freaking anime about freaking mechs.
Yeah.
I didn't even question that shit. Also, with the Ritsuko, like that shit shook me. That shit shook me when I watched it too. Just like how her mom had a relationship with him. And then she went on to have a relationship with him, which we don't know when that started.
We are left to assume that that's been kind of going on behind the scenes this whole time.
I mean, once we're done here, let's just watch. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's just watch it. Since we're on this high, we could do a mukbang to the end of Evangelion. I'm joking. You're probably going to cut this out anyway.
No, I'm not going to cut this
kidding.
out. And again, I do want to thank you. I do want to thank everybody. Truly, this has been an incredible experience that I compare everything to. When we react to other series now on our channel and as we go forward, like I will always like compare it to this because this has been so special. Like just the love for this series, the appreciation for it, and just I don't know that comes through in all of the comments and everybody. Asking about the next episode. Like, this has been so fun. Like, so fun. And we talked about it when we did and went through One Piece, how that, like, experiencing that series was just, like, on a different level because we got to experience it with everybody. Like, I would compare this, even though it was far shorter, this experience, and we still have, the end of Ava movie and the 4 rebuilds to go.
You're excited for. Because
excited for.
I love when I end a season of something and they have like 3 more seasons because I'm just like a content goblin. Yeah.
Me too. But I'm just saying this because we are at the final episode of the series that I compare like that feeling that we got during One Piece, catching up on that with the community to this feeling. Like it's on like the same amount of like fun and excitement and just love. You guys, like Mehgan, you've made it that, like, and everybody watching and listening and commenting and just being a part of it has made it that. Like everybody in our Discord too has made it that. Like this has been so fucking fun. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Like you guys watching and supporting and stuff. It really feels like we've been experiencing it together. Even though I know so many people have already watched it, but I just feel like I've gotten to be there with you guys, and that's so special. And thank you so much. Yeah. But that's probably it for now. Again, we will react to the end of Evangelion movie as soon as we can, hopefully in the next week or so, and then the rebuilds is when we'll be. Taking more of a break to kind of get to those. But if you want to see the full uncut, unedited version of this reaction and all of our other previous Ava reactions, you could do that by becoming a Patreon or YouTube member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod or by clicking join somewhere next to the subscribe button on our main channel, which there will be a link to in the description down below to become a YouTube member. You get so many things, access to the backlog, and access to the uncut reaction of this episode, these episodes, but also every other anime series that we react to. Early access, exclusive content, so many things. So if any of that sounds interesting to you at all, or if you're willing and able to support, then you can do that by going to patreon.com/volume1pod or by clicking join somewhere next to the subscribe button. on our main channel, which there will be a link to in the description down below.
We did it, you guys.
We did it. We did it. We did it. I'm like fucking high.
Now all we have left is to go out on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today I think should be congratulations.
Let's do it. I'm so excited. I don't want it to be over.
But it's not over.
But it's not.
I feel like you'll have a lot more to say. Like I feel like it is feeling right now.
Yeah, dude, it really is.
At the end of Evangelion, I feel like we'll have a better conversation after.
Okay.
To complete it, kind of put a little bow on it.
Okay.
The first season.
Okay.
Which I'm excited about.
Because it is like, people have told us that it is like consecutively, like it happens chronologically,
yes,
right? Like it does.
Yes.
So
I'm excited to watch that again too, because there are things that were not in the first season that are in the movie, and let's just say it gets crazy. You would it is an ending, and some people do see it as an ending, but again, yeah,
I wouldn't be mad if it ended here.
No.
I wouldn't be mad at
but
all.
it is just like cool to see.
Yeah,
more.
of course,
more, yeah. But
congratulations I think that's perfect.
With the clapping and everything.
All right, let's do it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any and all ways that you show your support. Thank you for being here throughout this journey, and stay tuned for the journey left to come. And until next time, congratulations! Oh, I gotta go. I don't know. I gotta clean my pants.
Oh my god.
I'm a wreck. I'm gonna need to be admitted after this to some psychiatric ward. I'm done. I'm never the same.